Well, in the famous words of Vanilla Ice, go ninja, go ninja, go! Hey everyone, welcome to Mr. T's Film Preach, and if you're a film lover like I am, then you are in the right place. Click that like button down below and subscribe to my channel for more content. Let me know down below, what did you think of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Mutant Mayhem? What is your favorite Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle movie? Help us get to that 200 subscribers goal by the end of this year, and you can do that by clicking that subscribe button. Thank you so much for doing that. Today we're talking about the much anticipated animated reboot of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Mutant Mayhem. The four Ninja Turtle brothers, Leo, Donnie, Raph, and Mikey, are growing up and working hard to earn the love and acceptance of the people of New York, while they have to battle against an army of mutants led by Superfly.
We take out Superfly, and then everyone will think we're cool. They'll accept us.
It's making a deal tonight, under the Brooklyn Bridge.
What the? Y'all some little tortoises, huh?
I can't believe there are other mutants.
If someone were to ask me what is like my favorite sort of fantasy kind of cartoons, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles might be at the top of the list, along with like the X-Men. I have been a huge fan of the Ninja Turtles since I can remember. One of my first memories is a Raphael punching bag that I had when I was like 2 years old. I still remember that punching bag because that's how much it meant to me and how much I loved the Ninja Turtles. And then I began to read the comics as a young kid and the stories and watch the live action films and the animated series. I had a cassette tape that told the origin story of the Ninja Turtles. So I grew up with the four brothers and Splinter being like a part of my family, a part of like my pop culture references. I still love the Ninja Turtles to this day as a full-grown, old-ass adult.
Man, I'm a grown-ass man.
What can I say? I'm a Michelangelo at heart. Pizza? Yeah, dude.
Ninja pizza.
Ninja pizza?
Pizza that vanished quickly without trace.
So any sort of Ninja Turtle film I'm gonna absolutely love. So I'm pretty biased going into this film. This is written and produced by Seth Rogen and Evan Goldberg, who I think are some of my favorite comedic writers. It's also directed by Jeff Rowe, wrote and directed The Mitchells vs. the Machines, which a few years ago was one of my favorite animated films. And when I heard that they were doing a Ninja Turtles film, I was so excited. I thought that was a great combination of writers and directors and producers.
Brilliant, 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 I tell you.
The animation in this film is really cool. I wasn't in love with it like how I was with Across the Spider-Verse film that came out last month, but I still really enjoyed it. It was dark, it was kind of messy and splotchy, and they had sort of like a spray paint and computer graphic images kind of mixed together, and it was a really cool style that fits the Ninja Turtles very well. This movie is hilarious. As I just mentioned, Seth Rogen, Evan Goldberg helped write and produce this film, and you can tell that their humor is just sprinkled all throughout this script.
Hey, why did we pick a fruit shaped exactly like my head? Just stop talking, you're ruining my concentration.
You're fine, chill. He's gonna die.
Some of the lines that they have, and it's just fantastic that the writers and directors and producers chose to make it a much more younger story. It is really a coming of age film that is just happened to set with a bunch of turtles. And I thought the combination of it was great. A little bit of like Ferris Bueller's Day Off, which is a movie that they actually check out in the film. Like Superbad mixed in there, but like a PG version of Superbad mixed in with the Ninja Turtle lore. This movie made me gut bust laugh about 10 different times throughout the film, where I just thought it was great. Some awesome comedy, some great delivery from the performances. Master Splinter is being portrayed by Jackie Chan, and it is awesome, even if it's just his voice, but he is a great Master Splinter, this really worrisome, overprotective father who hates the humans and is scared of them. The tension in this film is from Splinter not wanting to have anything to do with the humans, and the Turtles wanting to be a part of society and be accepted by the people of New York City and go to high school and be regular kids, and they just want to be teenagers. And I love that they focused on that in this movie, because that is such an important part of the Ninja Turtles. First one, the original one, and number two, Secret of the Ooze. I absolutely love those two live action films, but they never quite feel like young teenagers. They always feel like adults.
Kill the lion! Kill the lion!
This movie really takes the teenage and runs with it. Voiced by very young actors just coming into adolescence. You can feel and sense that youthfulness in their voices in this film. And I thought it fit very well. Going back to Master Splinter, he had some of the funniest moments in this film. He's not in it much, but when he is in the film, he's got so many great standout moments. There's a fight scene in this film with Master Splinter where he's just taking down a bunch of guys, and I won't say anything more than that, but it is one of the best fight scenes in a Ninja Turtle film ever.
What?
And I've always enjoyed Master Splinter, but I really did enjoy him in this film.
You ratted us out.
Hey, don't use that word that way.
I mean, it's 2023. Sorry, Dad.
Another standout was Paul Rudd. Surprisingly, as a character I've never heard of before, I think it's Mondo Gecko, and he was hysterical. Right away, as soon as he started talking, I was like, I think that's Paul Rudd. Kind of like his character voice from Forgetting Sarah Marshall.
There's really only one cure for that. Weed. You got any?
Ice Cube as Superfly, who I thought stole a lot of scenes. I loved his voice and the way that they portrayed this character, and it's a mutant himself, and it's tied into the story of with the Ninja Turtles. And I thought that made sense for this story, for this kind of film that they're trying to tell in this style. I thought Superfly was an awesome adversary for them.
We gonna let the mutants rule the earth.
Peoples, they got to go.
6 in the morning, police at my door.
And then there's a whole other bunch of voice actors in this film, performances that are great. Even though I did like that they had young actors portraying the Ninja Turtles, this is a little bit of a different take on the Turtles. And because they are voiced by young actors, they don't quite have that New York feel to their voices, traditional turtle style. You know, like when you think of Michelangelo, it's like, yo, dude, cowabunga. And Raph is like, oh, I don't care about anything, bring it on. They don't have those personalities in this film. Still kept the essence of the characters. Their voices were a little bit different than what we traditionally know as the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
How dare you!
The action is awesome. There's some really great fight scenes. There's an amazing montage in this film where the Turtles are like fighting, and it's kind of after they've met April, and they're getting April to like document all of their missions and them just being badass Ninja Turtles and taking down crime. They have a great montage that's to an awesome song. I'm not going to spoil it. I thought it was incredible. It was one of the best movie montages I've seen in years. This movie, above all else, is entertaining. It is so fun and sweet, charming. It's very cute. It moves mostly at a great pace, except for the end. We'll talk about that in a minute. It's only like an hour and 39 minutes long. I think it could have been cut down by an extra 10 minutes, to be honest, especially in the third act of the film with the main villain. And I felt like it was just a little bit too long.
That's what she said.
Where it dragged. Like, I did feel like the film slowed down a bunch when it should have been ramping up and feeling like it was having more and more energy. And I think that was just because of the story itself. The story is not very intricate. It is a coming of age story. It's about these young guys trying to get to high school, and then they just happen to have to battle some mutants as well. But it's definitely much more focused on who these turtles are and the characters, which is great. Don't get me wrong. I want that. But then it seemed to lack a really great, strong story. It's not till like halfway through the movie that the story actually moves into motion. So I wasn't sure for like the first half of the film where this plot line was going because of the style and the tone and the way that they chose to present the animation and just the world that they built. The action that occurs is a bit blurry because there's sometimes so much going on and there's so many characters. The animation isn't as clear and as crisp as, like, say, the 2007 TMNT film is. This one's a little bit more murky and muddled. And I wanted the animation just to be a little bit maybe lighter or brighter, but I don't know if it quite fit as much as they wanted it to. This movie does take some liberties with the Ninja Turtles and the backstory with Splinter and how the Turtles were raised and how they learned their martial arts skills. And I love the changes that they made with that. But then they have some other characters in this film that they changed heavily that didn't work so much, like Bebop and Rocksteady. The way that they're used in this film I felt was underutilized. Some of the big decisions that they made about changing certain things that I didn't like, and then there were some things that I really did love that they changed. The soundtrack to this movie is incredible. I love the music choices and the way that this movie sounds and feels. This is a really great entry into the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle franchise and lore. I think it's one of the better TMNT films.
Awesome!
Also, just a quick reminder, click that subscribe button. Help us get this channel to 200 subscribers by the end of this year, and you can do that by clicking that button. Thank you so much. Kids will absolutely love this film, but it's also going to be super entertaining and fun for adults, especially anyone who grew up with the Ninja Turtles. I definitely recommend. So I'm going to go ahead and give Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mutant Mayhem a B+.
Cowabunga.
What did you think of Mutant Mayhem? Is this one of your favorite Turtle films? What is your ranking of the Turtle films as well? Thank you so much for checking out Mr. T's Film Preach. Hope you had a great time. I know I did. Come back and check out some other reviews like Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, Oppenheimer, and Barbie. Have a great day, everyone. Stay focused, stay awesome. Cowabunga!
Go, go, ninja, go!